Apple cider vinegar is awesome. I recommend it a lot, but I have seen people doing mistakes that I don't want you to repeat. So that's why let's in this video talk about the general mistakes that people do and the thing that we should avoid if we are using apple cider vinegar. Why I love apple cider vinegar? Because it is the best alternative for omeprazole, rabeprazole, all these kinds of anti-acid medicines. You get the same results by the use of apple cider vinegar which you get by use of these medicines, but without any side effects, and it works really fast. You get fast relief in the same time frame if we compare it with the use of these anti-acid medicines. So this is the beauty of using apple cider vinegar. If a person is suffering from gas, bloating, indigestion, just take 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, mix it in water and drink it. You'll see the effects within 20 to 30 minutes. But what people do, what I want to talk in this video is overuse of apple cider vinegar. I tell you, one of my patients whom I recommended apple cider vinegar, he liked it so much that he started using apple cider vinegar 2-3 times in a day, and then after that he was having over acid production in his body, lots of acid in his body, and this was causing problem. And for sure this is going to cause problems. So the best is to take apple cider vinegar just 1 time in a day. That's more than sufficient. If you think that you need more, it's better to consult to a doctor and then start using apple cider vinegar more than 1 time in a day. 1 time in a day for maximum of the people is going to be more than sufficient. Second mistake that people do is drinking apple cider vinegar and after that just brushing their teeth. This is a big mistake, and then they complain that use of apple cider vinegar is causing problems with the gums, with the teeth. Actually, yes, it will cause, because it has acetic acid in it. So if you'll be using apple cider vinegar and after this brushing your teeth, it's like you are spreading apple cider vinegar properly on your teeth and you are just brushing your teeth with apple cider vinegar. It's gonna be bad for your enamels. So don't do this. Consume apple cider vinegar at least 30 minutes before you are planning to brush your teeth. Don't just consume and after 5-10 minutes start brushing your teeth. It's not going to be good for your oral health. Third mistake some people do, which you should know that you should not do, is consuming apple cider vinegar without diluting it. I always say take 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, mix it in a glass of warm water, then consume it. It's very important to dilute apple cider vinegar. If you're not going to dilute it, it's gonna burn all your esophagus. So don't do this mistake. Always dilute your apple cider vinegar. Fourth mistake that I have seen people generally do is using higher pH apple cider vinegar. The apple cider vinegar that you should be using should be of 4 to 7%. This should be the percent of apple cider vinegar. If it's more, better not to consume it. You have to use the apple cider vinegar that you use in your salad, that one. It will be somewhere between 4 to 7%. Also, mixing it, diluting it in a glass of warm water. By a glass of warm water, I mean 250 milliliters of water. Next mistake that people do is consuming apple cider vinegar just before sleep. This is again going to burn esophagus. Why? Because you will drink apple cider vinegar and then if you will lay down, what's gonna happen? It's gonna come up, and it's again, if it's diluted also, then also it is apple cider vinegar. Can burn a little bit over here. So it's better to use it in the daytime or at least an hour before your sleep. In this way, you'll have no problems with the use of apple cider vinegar. Next mistake that people very often do is using apple cider vinegar even if they are suffering from ulcers or erosions in the stomach or in the intestine. Never do this. If you are having ulcers, it's better to avoid use of apple cider vinegar because it's ulcer, it's an open wound and you are putting apple cider vinegar on it. What will happen? It's going to irritate. You are going to be in pain and no one wants this for you. If you are having these health issues, then it's better to avoid apple cider vinegar. Last mistake that people generally do if they consume apple cider vinegar is using apple cider vinegar just after your meal. No, don't do it. it will be better to consume apple cider vinegar 15 minutes before your meal, or at least 30 to 45 minutes after your meal. Or the best is to consume it in the morning, empty stomach, but not just after your meal. It will be not helpful for the digestion of the food that you have eaten. So it's better to avoid using apple cider vinegar just after your meal. But yes, you can use it above your salad and then eat that salad, because if you use it on your salad, you're not going to use a lot and you are using it with raw vegetables. In that way you can use. Before moving forward, just want to remind you about my website. That's weherbal.in. Lots of awesome products over there. All the products are without artificial fragrances or artificial color. If you are interested, I'll put the link down below in the description box. You can have a look. Now moving forward to apple cider vinegar. And the last one is, if you are consuming apple cider vinegar for long, it's always better to use a straw, because again, it's apple cider vinegar. So regular consumption for 2 months, 3 months, it can give adverse effects on the oral health, on the enamels and on the gums. So it will be better to use the straw if you are consuming apple cider vinegar for a long period of time. So these are some checklists that you should know if you are consuming apple cider vinegar. Otherwise, apple cider vinegar is awesome. I love it. It is always at my home and in the office also. I don't use it regularly, but it is in case if I need it. So I love apple cider vinegar. I'm a fan of apple cider vinegar. Just want to give you some of the information about what are the nuances that we should be knowing if we are using apple cider vinegar. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in next video with a big smile. Up to the time, smile node. Stay happy, stay healthy.